Bay 13 is now available for loading. I repeat, Bay 13 now available for loading.
Hello. Let's see here. Let me fix this real quick. Oh. Good. Good. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Let me get Instagram live real quick because I totally forgot because I'm terrible at this. Hello. Let's model. Sure. I don't care about my titles on Instagram anymore because they kill my stream after an hour, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see here. Copy stream key. 1 second, everybody. I saw there were a lot of people in here, so I want to acknowledge you. Give me a second. Go live. Come on. Come on. Changed my backdrop a little bit more moody vibey. So that's kind of cool. Okay, go live. All right, we're here. Okay, so let's see. The Flash House. Yo, it's been a while. What's up? How are you doing? Mr. Blazing Man, I don't think it commanded. Everything commanded all the time. Or did you mean commented? I was gonna message you, see if you were around. What's up, Tamuzi? How are you? All right, thanks. I had an interview lined up at ILM, then it got canceled because production got delayed by several months, so they no longer need the. Oh, damn, that sucks. That would have been a cool gig. That's a dream gig for sure. I'm sorry that happened, but hopefully something else will come through. Was it like a contractor position, or was it like a full-time position? All right. Okay, so here we are. I've been working a little bit on this off stream, and it's starting to come together. This entire half can be deleted because we're gonna be working on that this stream. yeah, it's coming together really nicely. Everything's kind of fitting into place, and I'm not hating it anymore. So, feeling kind of great about that. I need to reline up the panels for these portions. I'm not gonna do that this stream though. I think what I want to do is work on the wing, because I don't like the way these look right now. So, would have been 1 year contract full time. Oh man, that would have been good. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have anything else that you got lined up trying to get into, or is that kind of like the only thing that you could find so far? Because I get that too. It's been kind of like miserable trying to find anything. And I have been looking. Partially because I just don't want to work where I work anymore. All right. My luck is not going good. So are you just not getting offers, or so you're still in contact with the ILM recruiter and they said they'll message me once production is back up? That's good. That's good. Stay in contact. Like getting in contact with the I can't speak. Getting in contact with recruiters is one of the best things, because then you have a direct link into the facility or the company. So that's a good place to be in. Is my audio coming across? It's not. Hold on. Or my mic is, but nothing else is. I wondered why there was no music going through. What happened? Hello? Nope, that's not it. There it is. Okay. Yes, that's... There we go. That's better. I did a Windows update and it broke everything. Big surprise. Let's see. The one movie I have worked on released a few days ago, Primitive War and Sin. Oh, you worked on Primitive War? That's sick. I want to see that. I really want to go see that. My mic is low. Okay, hold on. Let me figure that out real quick. Give me a second here. Oh, yeah, that's why. I'll just boost that a little bit. Testing. All right, how's that? Is that better? Is that better, Jeffrey? That's Instagram, so I don't know if that's like specifically an Instagram issue or if everyone else is hearing me kind of low. Let me know if you guys are. Luke Spark reached out to me off LinkedIn a year ago to make all the hard surface military vehicles. That's awesome. That's cool. I'm excited to see that one. Way better. Okay, good. Interesting. I don't know why Windows did that, because that should be hard-coded to that device, but whatever. I don't care. Helicopters are in it a lot. I love it. That's cool. That's awesome. It's only in theaters, right? It's not on streaming yet? Not that I have a problem going to theaters. I like theaters. Okay, I'm going to work on correcting the shape on this thing, because it's just kind of iffy. I don't like it. Okay, I'm just going to pull that through. This is the longest I have spent on, like, paneling. And I both love and hate it. I forgot to do my little app thing. Hold on a second. Clock in. Which one am I working on? I've got too many projects right now. I need to finish one of them. It's actually like eating me alive. One of them I can't share. The other one I'm trying to figure out how to release. And it's just killing me. Not yet. So it isn't just in theaters? Okay. That's cool though. I don't mind going to theaters, so I will probably end up seeing it that way. What did you guys end up using on that production? Did you use Blender? Did you use Maya? What'd you model in? That should be decent enough. Maya, nice. That's cool. Good to hear. Alright. So that's going to hold the shape that I want. But what I really want to do is start breaking this thing into pieces. Okay, so this thing kind of splits. Actually, I need to work slightly on the curvature of it. So let's do that now. Turn it off. How long did you end up working on that project? Trying to get this shape right. And it's like kind of there, but also kind of not there. That might be okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Because smooth. It's a little bumpy. Honestly, that's probably just because I have way too much geo, so let's do this. We'll just even it out a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's see. It was remote work. I was in Budapest at the time. It was on and off for a year. You'd come to me and say that this model and the gap of silence. Then again, oh, okay, interesting. That would be a little stressful, but that sounds cool. I'm getting back into 3D after years. I was natively on 3ds Max. It's for a project. Do I use Blender? Do a crash course on it and learn on the job? That is dependent on like how well you learn and like how fast you learn. Because I have noticed from my own sort of foyer into Blender that it is not necessarily an easy thing to learn immediately. So if you pick things up fast, maybe, but it's definitely an interesting one. Looks like a Star Wars vehicle. Yeah, so this is cool because this guy did a concept where he wanted to design kind of like an interceptor type vehicle for the Naboo, basically. And so that's what it actually is. This was never in any of the movies, which is good because I like doing... I don't necessarily want to do like fan art all the time. I want to do stuff that's like kind of original, which is one of the reasons why I chose this. What did I select that I wasn't supposed to select? Nothing. I did miss something though. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this as like... Yeah. I had a feeling that wouldn't work. I don't want to do that. Oh, wait, hold on. It'd probably go a lot better if I do it that way. Or, hear me out. Hold on. I'll just do a minor... There we go. No. I don't vibe with that. Yep, I don't like that either. Okay. Well, let's just kind of... Hold on. Let's look at this real quick. So that... Do I have a back view of this? Never a back view. Always all the front views. Yeah, it does... Well, I guess I really don't have to. Originality is king. I agree. Let's see. Well, the Flash House, I hope something finds you soon. I know that's always stressful. But that's cool that you got your name in the credits on something coming up, so that's always an awesome thing to be a part of. Yeah, there's probably a better way to do this, but I'm going to be stupid about it, so. Wow, I clearly haven't done this in a few minutes. Because, like, I'm fat fingering every single key possible. Okay. That's better. Thanks. Going down the route of freelance for Roblox dev seems like an oddly somewhat less competitive market. I keep seeing jobs for that, and it's kind of strange to me. I think I applied to one. I have zero experience in Roblox though, so like, I don't know. I don't know if that deterred them from me or not, but I'm also not a game dev, so that might play into it too. But I have seen a lot of jobs available for that for whatever reason. Okay, so let's start looking at this wing. So we're gonna work on this kind of top portion here. So this part is Make it separated. Detach. All right, hello. What the hell is that? My wife is watching something loud. I won't match anymore, but that's okay. All right, what do we got? I'm just doing gigs for people here and there. Yeah, no, I mean that's fair. Roblox coming in clutch. Do you dabble in the Roblox, Tamuzu? Okay, so this guy. All right, let's look at this. So this goes boop 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 boop. Let's think about this. How do I want to do this? So this actually needs to kind of cut. That. Okay. Not a massive fan of that. Let's do this. Hold on. Why are you being this way? Yeah, I don't like that all that much. What is going on with my cut tool right now? Okay, go. Thank you. Good lord. All right. Nope. I feel like Maya has been acting a little weird. I feel like my PC has been acting a little weird as of late, and I think it might be time to put a bit of an end to the current operating system configuration that I have, because it's getting annoying. It's getting highly annoying. Let's see. I would dabble in anything that would pay me. That's fair. That's totally fair. Furry stuff is popular in certain areas. I have also heard that. Not something I would be interested in doing, but I have heard it can be profitable. I think that's one of those, are you willing to sell your soul to the devil conversations? That's gonna loop like crazy. I don't need that to loop like that. What? Oh, I'm being stupid about this actually. So let's see. Is it that face? No, it's the next one over. There we go. Just redirect some of these. We can fix the geo now. Not a big deal, not a big deal. Just one thing in 3D you can't include in your resume. That is very true. I guess it depends on how little fear you have when it comes to trying to get a job. I've already been dragged into working in anime figures, so maybe not after the brainwashing I can finally look into that pit too. Maybe. Figurine markets also are quite set, or like full of like work, I have heard. I've seen a couple people that work for Funko now, Which I would never think that would be like a place to go for that stuff. But if it works, it works. Alright. OJ Taylor, nice, thank you. I appreciate that. I just need to think about this before I do this. Well, no, not really. We can just do it live and then ask for forgiveness later. This one is actually a little bit of a... There we go. Okay. So technically, that loops across there. I can... Here's what I'm going to do. I can see what I'm going to do. Sometimes you just got to look at it from multiple angles. So I can do that junk. That creates a quad. This might work. This might be terrible, but we're going to try it. I've been figuring out all sorts of new little fancy-ass workflows for these panels, and some of them work really well, and others are terrible, so... And is this a good one or a bad one? That might actually be a good one. So let's see. Yeah, no, that's a problem. Is it though? Is it a problem? Yeah, it is. That is actually heavily an issue. Okay, we're gonna back that up. So let's think about this. Because I do want this to work. So what I'm thinking, let's see. How do I want to do that? Maybe something like that. Okay. Does this still count if it's divided that way? Probably not. You should make your bird noise in the background your following sound or sub sound. I should. I should have a... Well, I mean, I do have, like, a regular sub sound, but for some reason it doesn't fire on YouTube, and I've never figured out why. Did you just sub? Because if you did, I didn't see the notification, and that's even more worrisome. No, okay, good. I'm like, hold on a second. Can you please make a video on a realistic car rig? I don't have a car to realistically rig, so not yet, but maybe eventually. My current focus rigging-wise is on rigging a tank. And I will probably do a video on that because it's very evident that videos on that don't exist, which is driving me up the wall. So, they do, but they're just like, they're really backwards ways to do it, and I just don't appreciate it, so I'm going to try to do it better. Okay, that's a quad right there. I see what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Aha. Okay. Getting closer. Can you give me a job while you're at it? Thanks. Yes, absolutely. Sorry, no, you don't have to apologize. I never require people to sub or anything like that. It is out of the kindness of your hearts if you want to, but it is never required. Good morning, sir. Good morning, VFX Ani. What's up? How are you? Okay. So that handles that just fine. But I want this. I see the issue. I see the problem. Just not sure on the solution to my problem here. Let's see. That creates a quad, and that should fit. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Okay. We are getting somewhere now. Okay, I'm feeling that. There we go. If I could give people jobs, I would love to. I would first give myself one. so the trick is remembering what I just did. That creates a quad, that's a quad. Let's go right across to here. Boom, bunches of quads. That is a try, technically. Is it? Yeah, it is. That's weird. Why does that keep happening? Probably because I'm thinking about this a little bit dumb. Let's do this. This is my favorite part. It's just kind of fiddling with topology until I get it to work. I know a lot of people hate it, but I enjoy it. Alright, quad and quad. Quad and try. That made another try. Why? Why do you like this? Could technically get rid of that, but that would just cause more issues. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm not thinking. All right. What is the topological concept this time? This is just a portion of the wing, so it's got like this fun little zigzaggy shape on it that I'm working on. Yeah, so nothing super special. Just trying to figure out how to do this without like breaking my topology too much. And for whatever reason, my brain is doing the dumb tonight, so that's cool. I always love it when that happens. It's real fun because it only happens when I'm live. Like when I'm off stream modeling, doesn't matter, I just like go. But now that I'm showing people what I'm doing, nah, the brain just craps out. It's all nah. Okay, so I see what's going on there. All right. Birds are going crazy tonight because of the thunderstorm we've been dealing with today. It's been nice though because it cooled down the house. So we're no longer like suffering in agony when it comes to the heat. Cut that. How you supporting? You're falling apart. I love it. Alright. I just give myself a little bit of like sanity here. Okay. Yep. So that's nice and fugly. We don't like that. Let's see here. There we go. That takes care of that. Okay. Tamuzu, what are you working on tonight? Actually, what is anyone working on tonight? What do you guys want to share, huh? Odie, hey Matt, nice seeing you again. I'm on break, so I'll only be here shortly, but watch your modeling. I am working on the ship again, so this is this guy. So just working on a wing portion. Because I'm finally getting to the point where like I'm killing off the secondary block out on this thing. Hopefully your break is being good to you. Why did that happen? I don't know. Okay. Let's take a look at you. I'm regretting switching to a blend material. But I did it so I could make sure I don't have any lumps anywhere. Quad. Not quad. But I can temporarily now. Yeah, that's terrible. Let's not do that. What do you not merge to over here, huh? Is that just stretching? That's just stretching. It was the bane of my existence. I hate it so much with a burning passion. I've studied for 500, 1,000 hours. I'm still flat on my face. Don't feel bad about it because sometimes it like stumps me too. Like right now, I'm having the hardest time with this, but it's mainly because I'm live streaming this and trying to be entertaining at the same time while trying to figure out how to do this. So it's fun. Okay. It's just shit like this. Like I'm like, why does this have to be such a? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Motherfucker. I don't even need this loop. Hold on. I don't need any of that. Just go away. Is that really the solution to my problem? Mother. So yeah, anyway, about hating the edge loops in topology. That's still a try, but we can route that through and figure that out. It's not a big deal. I need to actually fix this issue over here because this looks like shit. And I don't have to really worry about cursing on YouTube anymore, which is kind of nice. So, yes, I use bad words. So if you're not used to that, I'm sorry. Bit of a potty mouth. Wow, that's just... How did that happen? Oh, like... Okay. I think it's because, yeah. I'm just gonna play a little bit of moving of things, make this work properly. Also, huge announcement. I'm sure you all knew I had it, but I have a Facebook page that I'm using now because they offered me money to use it. So if you like to use Facebook over Instagram or whatever, that's an option for you. Let's see. I haven't been able to practice too much since I started working at Disney. But what? Hey, that's an okay issue to have. Are you doing 3D at Disney? That's the important question. Taking a break from sculpting practice to run some hard surface practice pieces. I got a few days off at most. ZBrush and Blender have a few extra projects to back up, so rip to me. Nice. I'm used to Hammer Editor and BSP compilers fixing edges for you. Yeah, no, we don't have that. Doing everything by hand seems crazy coming... Seems so crazy coming as a programmer. I don't know. I guess the excuse I give it is that it makes it more artistic. Maybe? I don't really know. Doing everything... Let's see. Somebody give me a job, I will clean toilets. Sadly, no, I work parking at Magic Kingdom and Disney World. Oh, okay, gotcha. It's a foot in the door. No, absolutely. I know somebody who started out as like, what the hell did they work on? I think they were an operator at Hollywood Studios for whatever ride, but they ended up working their way up to like Imagineering stuff, so. No, definitely, like, once you get in, like, with a company, like, you can start trying to move around because they already have you in their records. Regardless of what it is. Some of the best artists started out at, like, ILM, just doing, like, snack runs for people, so, you know, it does pay off eventually, hope. I'm gonna follow right now, that's the goal. Awesome. Thank you for following me on Facebook. I promise I will probably stop using it as soon as they take the money away. It's honestly kind of sad, right? Because like I put a lot of effort into Instagram and they won't monetize me, but I've so far made more money off of Facebook than I have Instagram, and that's kind of sad. Because I think I have like 190 followers on Facebook, and I'm like, what the hell? Also, Meta wanted me to make an AI for you guys to use, and I'm not doing that, so that's cool. They actually called me on the phone to ask me that one. My break is coming to an end, so good luck on modeling. It's looking awesome. Thank you so much. Enjoy not being on break, I guess, or enjoy working. That's sad. What? Yeah, I know. It's they're pushing new stuff. It's dumb. Aren't they both made by Meta? Well, one was made by Meta. The other one was bought by Meta and then abused. So, yeah. Instagram used to be its own thing. But now it's all Meta. It's all part of the glorious metaverse. Which is also a dramatic failure. Okay. I know I probably shouldn't be doing this by hand, but I really don't care. I'm kind of just chilling tonight, so if it seems like I'm not, like, doing things super fast and efficient, that's why. Because I don't care tonight. I'm just kind of chilling. Morning, Matt. How you doing? How are you doing, Crix? How was your weekend? And how is your morning? Let me ask you guys this, for you guys that are here, because I'm curious. I might do like a poll on Instagram, but when it comes to like buying courses, would you be more likely to subscribe to a YouTube channel for, you know, a few months to run through a course, or would you want to just buy it outright? I'm curious to know your answers on that one, because I do have a course coming, but I'm trying to figure out how to soft launch it. Let's see. Chilling while modeling. What a life. Yes, I know. Weird, right? Let's see. Hi, Matt. What are you making? This is my new ship project, Mary. Let's see. I'll show you. So this is what we're working on today. So I have been working on this for far too long at this point, and I'd really like to be texturing, but I know I am so horribly far away from texturing that it's not even funny. Kind of broke some of my... See, that's... Yeah, and that's kind of my thought process, because I know most of us are, you know, not financially well endowed. So I get that too. I'm trying to figure it out, because like I wanna offer value to people, but I also want to see if I can make a little bit of a return on just the time investment. So I'm trying to find like the best way to do that, to where people don't feel like, you know, they're having to shovel out a ton of money. UV's incoming. UVs are going to be easy on this thing, man. Like, it's pretty flat. Like, this won't be difficult at all. 100% outright. Generally don't mind if courses are pricey if they're worth it. I'm dropping money on something. I have to be ready and go and play places. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Let's see. Mary, I'd buy it outright. That way I don't worry where the $2 go for my... That's true, too. Yeah. And that's the other thing, too. Like, I hate subscriptions, so I'm, like, trying to figure out where the freaking balance is. So, might just do that. Might just do that. I don't know. Yeah, UVs on this thing is going to be a cakewalk. Like, I'm not even worried about that at this point. But honestly, UVs aren't really even a thing that bother me anymore, now that rhizome is a thing in my life and I've learned it well enough. Some will tell you it's inefficient, but others will tell you it's fun. I'm the one that will tell you it's fun. Me. Okay. Oh, hey, no, that's not good. Hold on. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. It's like, what's going on here? There we go. Okay, go back there. Go. You stupid thing. There we go. Okay, that's better. What are you? Why are you there? How did you even get there? Is there one over here? Nah. My music stopped. Let's fix that. I really need to, I promise, my next stream I'm going to download more music so I don't keep playing the same damn tracks over and over again. Question, got a lot of models and texturing for my portfolio, so I was wondering if you had any good Substance tutorials. I already know how to use the app, but I also don't. I don't know how to explain it. I totally understand that because that's where I was the first year I used it. So one part of 3D that I actually can't like click and learning. I'm left figuring out how to do everything. So take a look at my YouTube, Mary. There is a beginners for Substance Painter tutorial. I know you already know it, so it'll make a good portion of it a little bit easier for you. You'll probably be able to skip like the first part of it. But there's a lot of subset skills in there that'll be helpful for you. I am working on a more like a part 2 to that because that's currently one of my top videos and a lot of people are asking for a part 2. So that's something I'm working on. I'm just trying to figure out what content to put in it so it doesn't become super duper overwhelming because like there's a lot of stuff to talk about there. But I think that beginner video might be helpful for you. So take a look at that. Let's see. But you have already contributed to YouTube videos. What do you mean, Crix? Let's see. I made a plugin in C++ that allows you to change the radius of soft select while moving vertices around proportional editing in Blender. Nice, that's cool. Thought it would help me understand edflow, but character models, no. Yeah, character models is a whole nother beast. That's why I don't do them. I've learned to do UVs. I find it easy as well. This is not the case when I was starting. No, Rhizome can be kind of confusing when you get started. It's a custom manipulator which required me to implement the entire functionality to move because Maya does not allow you to piggyback off its own manipulator. Yeah, that's true. What's up, Sarah? How are you? Like your videos are so. Oh, thank you. You can't crush your. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. As always, Matt, the lifesaver. Thank you, always helping me out. Yeah, of course. And remember, guys, if you guys don't or aren't in it, we do have a Discord. So there is a Discord that you can join in to get some like additional help if I don't have a video that will help you. So, whoa, that was louder. You're super quiet. Really? My audio got all jacked up because my machine updated. So why was that so loud? That's a problem. Crap. That shouldn't have been that loud. I'm gonna have to look at my audio sources after stream to take a look and see what's going on. That's weird. Well, I'm sorry for everyone's ears who are probably bleeding at this point. That's, I will fix that. Okay. So that's looking better. Let's correct that. Sweet. Once again, just kind of looking at this and figuring out where I can remove stuff. And it's these two triangles that are just haunting me. I know technically that is like correct, but I hate it. I'm gonna leave it for right now. How are you doing today, Sarah? OBS messed up for me. We'll get better. Yeah, of course. We will fix it eventually. How are we looking here? It's looking decent. There's a little bit of an ugly little pinch going on here. I'm not a fan of it, and I think what I'm gonna do. How do I want to kill that? Because I don't want to keep it. Let's see. This will honestly be more help in the long run if I do it this way, as long as it doesn't completely collapse the mesh. I'm just going to do this to test real quick. 3. And it doesn't. Okay. Cool. Alright, so let's undo that so I can make sure I correct all this. The funds of topology. Yay, everybody. It's kind of hard to believe it's already like almost the end of the year at this point. Like we're getting so close, it's kind of crazy. I feel like I still have so much to do. And not enough time. Okay, so we are collapsing a little bit there. So what I can do is take a look at this and figure out why that's at. What the fuck? Is that why that's doing it? Probably. Probably not. Okay, that's worse. Cool. I love how that one's working just absolutely beautifully, and then, oh wait, hold on. What am I missing? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I was going for a mile. I missed something? No, you didn't miss anything. Let's see. My September is going to be insane. Why? I'm okay. Tremor and nerve pain has been extra annoying today, so I'm pushing through. That's good. I'm sorry that it's bugging you. That sucks. On the first week, me and a few friends are going on a trekking trip, and after that, coming back, doing another contest and nice! Don't remind me. I know. I know. Someone said end, but it doesn't end. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I'm thinking, so I've been thinking about it. I might do like a spooky contest for Halloween in the Discord. I was gonna reach out to either, I don't know, I was gonna reach out to a company to see if I can get them to sponsor it and just give a prize or something. So, I don't know, we might do something. If not, I'll probably just do something out of my own pocket. I don't really care, but it might be fun. So if you guys are interested, that'll be in the Discord. We'll probably start that like mid-September. Okay, see, that's looking great until you look at the, wait a minute, it's just barely doing, wait a minute, is it a hole? Hold on. Hold on. What are you doing? No, that's another issue. Yeah, there's something funky going on there. Let's do Dick's face. What's happening here, huh? We don't know. So why are you collapsing like that? Oh, you know why it's collapsing? Hold on. I bet it's because of that. That's partially it, yeah. Okay. Better. Wonder if I get rid of you. No, let's keep you. That gets so much worse when I get rid of that. I just minimized my chat, my bad. From Lincoln Park, yes. I'm getting better at animation now. That's cool. Are you, what are you doing your animation in? This one's ambitious. That, oh, this one is ambitious, so I don't know that I will be able to join. The deadline's like 2.5. Oh. Why is it so, why'd they make it so ambitious? Why'd they do that? What's the difference here? What is... Oh, wait a minute. I see what's... I think I see what's going on. Hold on a second. I bet you anything. If I do this... So I know this isn't, like, gonna work, but... Yeah, that's the issue. Okay, so, all right. I'll close that in a minute here. Yes. Maybe. Like I said, I'm just kind of messing around tonight. I don't really have like a whole lot of seriousness going on here. But that's working, and I like it, so I'm going to keep that. Hold on a second. What's up, Gotham? Okay. Oh, God. I'm gonna go. Bye, everyone. Have fun. All right, Cricks. Have a good night. Okay. Why did my music stop? It shouldn't have. Okay. All right. So same thing. We're just gonna redirect a lot of this stuff. So, kind of the same opposite thing going on here. So what we'll do, since that worked out so swimmingly well, so just go bam, cut straight across to you, and then yeet. Wait. How did I solve that down here? Wait a minute. Did I not solve that? I created a triangle. Didn't really see that. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't like that though, so I would like to correct that. Oh, I see what I need to do. Hold on. I just kind of went the wrong way. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that. But see, it looks fine, which is what sucks. So maybe I'll keep it, maybe I won't. Let's see. Did you hear about CLO 3D software? No. I didn't. What is it? Let's look it up. Hold on. CLO 3D. What are you? 3D fashion design software. Oh, are we going after the other one? I always forget what the other one's called. Create garments in real time, simple yet intuitive. Sample, blah, blah, blah. Oh, interesting. So they're trying to compete with, what is that software? Starts with an M. I always lose the name. One of you guys will know what it is. What's up, SDI? How you doing, man? Still using Ibis Paint. I like the tools with it. I just can't upload it via GIF. Let's see. I love. Oh, okay. Transparent. Put them third to third party. Nice. Well, that's cool. Marvelous. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's Marvelous Designer. I don't know why I always forget the name of that stupid thing. Something's wrong here, and I just don't really like. I don't understand. Oh, wait a minute. I see it. That's the difference. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's... I can appreciate that a lot more. All right, there we go. That wasn't too painful. Only a little bit painful. What's up, my dude? What are you making today? This is just the wing, the top portion of the wing on this silly little spaceship. So just working on this thing. How you doing, man? How you been? You always forget Marvelous. Poor stuff. I know. It's because I don't do characters. I don't play with them. I feel like if I was a character artist, I probably wouldn't forget about it very much, but I just always forget about it. I also haven't heard its name enough. I think that's the other issue, right? Is like I don't talk about it much, so I never really like engage with it. I'm sure it's a super fine software that does not deserve me forgetting about it constantly, but my brain, it does the goldfish thing every once in a while, so. Alright, so same silly little issue here. Nope, wait. Redo that. Go back. Least favorite part of this is supporting these stupid ass loops. Okay. Now that I understand the workflow on that. Okay. Beautiful. There's a pinch. Why is there a pinch? Why are you pinching? Do you just need a little bit more, like, space? What's going on there? That's... yeah, that was it. Okay. Kind of. Still pinches a little bit, but not too bad. Okay. Onwards. Because I don't want to work on that anymore. Alright, so show, isolate, view selected. Okay, so right in here, so this is going to be where it's kind of fun, is that I get to figure out how to do this crap. Kind of one of those, like, do things and worry about topo later, except I'm not really worrying about it later, and I keep doing it while I'm working on things. Right. I go right there and right there. How you doing, STI, man? It's good to see you as always. I haven't saved this entire time, so I'm gonna do a little savey save. Okay. Beautiful. That's gonna be a lot of fun to support. Okay, so Cool. That looks nice and clean. I know it doesn't look nice and clean underneath it, but who cares? Who gives a crap? Honestly, I can probably just drive that through and around. Yeah, probably. So I'll probably just end up doing that. Not a big deal. Let's see. We'll do a multi-cut. Uno. That's not going to happen, so let's do this. I'm going to try to do this way. I don't know if this is actually going to work. But we're just having fun tonight. We're not doing anything serious tonight. 3D shouldn't be serious anyway. It should be fun. Okay, so that's still looping the wrong way, so that's fine. So we just got to redirect that a little bit. I hate how this thing is always it needs to be in view. I don't really understand why it does that. Has to be visible by camera. Okay. Cool. So that loops that. I'm gonna do boom every freaking time. Okay. This is just gonna be a pain in the ass is what it's gonna do. It's fine. Okay. Okay. So that creates that loops, that's fine. So we'll do one there. Can't do that yet, so boom. Says me second guessing things, but I'm gonna write it out and see if it works. I never connected that. Because technically I don't need this flowing through the model. It's not really necessary, but it does make it slightly easier to just deal with. Enter. Let's do that. Alright, let's see how that looks. It didn't affect the geometry at all, so that's always a plus. I think I will leave that for now. Okay, show for the full model. I can't be able to see. Yeah, here you go. This is the entire model. I just don't have it open because I don't work that way. I usually isolate parts. So, but there's the model in its entirety so far. It's coming along. It's getting there. I also know that I need to kind of pull this up a little bit. Because the cool thing about this wing is it attaches with the clamps, so there's really no, like, mechanism there. It just has to be basically smooth. Okay. And then there's a couple other things that happen up here. But I'm pretty sure that is part of the clamp mechanism and not part of the wing itself, so I'm going to ignore that. Okay. So I think we can call that piece done. And it looks pretty solid. Might do a little bit of work on that edge right here because I don't like it. Yeah, that's better. A little bit more aerodynamic. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, my computer just like lagged out like crazy, so let's give a second here. Let's do... What am I doing? Let's see. Say increment and save. All right, cool. All right. So that exists. That's its thing now. I think one issue though is these go over this. So let's fix that. We can fix that super easily by just deleting this. Dude, why does this keep popping up? Update later. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. Okay. Sweet, so I just cut that down just a little bit. And now I can just move that up a bit. And then just kind of readjust the wing. But mainly to get that up in there. This edge loop needs to be fixed. Just try to like clean this up a tad bit. Okay, that should be all right. Yeah, that didn't really affect anything. Okay.
Take me higher.
45 months. God, I've known you way too long. Thank you for the resub, Chris. How you doing, man? How's your evening treating you? Oh, thanks. That is actually perfect because I needed that. Tell me about our friendship lasted longer than most streaming careers. Ow. But true. Very true. Yay, I got headbands. This is good because the ones on my microphone are failing. I need to restring it. Something playing in your background. In my background. There's music. Are you talking about the music? Sound like a video. No, it's music. Unless I have somebody's oh, wait a minute. Oh, please don't tell me this website has music on it or something. Oh, I hope not. That would suck. Not you. Okay. Okay. Thank God. I'm all, please tell me this website wasn't just like blasting copyrighted music the entire time. Because I was looking up a piece of 3D software that somebody recommended and I was just like, oh no. I just saved. But I'll do it again.
Wow.
Okay, that should smooth properly now. Oh, hey, look, that looks like shit. Let's not do that. I'm just gonna, like, let it sit here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright. Just a constant battle of adjusting shit. Yeah, that works. I don't think these are smoothed currently either. No, they're not. Okay. Okay, cool. Let me save file and commit and save because STI demanded it. Oh, that's why Instagram stopped scrolling. It's been an hour. Fucking meta, man. It's fine. Back modeling. I wondered why it stopped moving. It's really annoying because, like, I don't want to ping people with, like, go lives constantly, but Instagram makes it literally impossible to not do that. So that's kind of awesome. I love that for me. Back live again. There we go. We're back. All right. Apparently not, Sarah. Apparently not. What is that? Why did I just get... Okay, whatever. I know, it's very rude. He's a very rude man. I'm not loving the shape of that at all. That's slightly better. Okay. All right. One second, guys. Weird. Okay. Let's see. Tix just messaged me saying kick rocks, walks away fast. That's a very Chris thing to do. Okay. Alright. Welcome back, everybody, on Instagram. I'm sorry that Meta does meta things. Okay, I like that. That works out really well. Okay, so let's look at this now. When I smooth that, I'm sure it doesn't line up anymore because there's just a lot going on here that doesn't exist on this portion of this model. So I need to add that. But the beautiful thing is, because I didn't really change this, it's not going to be hard. Okay. Sir, can you give me a simple low poly model of a character in an OBJ file? I'm not a character artist, so I don't really have any characters. Definitely not the best person to ask for that. I want to ask you something. Is it necessary to press 3D model if you export it to Unreal or something? It won't work. So the correct method for that. So if you, yeah, 3 is just for Maya. Like 3 is just how Maya kind of preview smooths. It's the same thing as adding a modifier in Blender. Until you actually apply that modifier, nothing's going to change. So the big thing is that if you are exporting to Unreal and you are working on like a hard surface asset, you need to subdivide before you send it out. So you would be, not that one, that's poly reduce, my bad. So you want to go through and actually, where is it? Is it not on the shelf? I always forget where it is on the shelf. It's not on the shelf. You gotta go to mesh and then smooth. So that's where you're actually gonna add your geometry to kind of smooth your object. And then there's a couple tricks you can use in Unreal to kind of do that too, but none of them are going to be as like smooth. So yeah, 3 is not going to work when you're exporting from another app or to another app. Just like if you were to do it from Substance Painter, it wouldn't change anything. Okay. So this is now a separate chunk. Mesh. I wonder if I can do that. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so I have to detach it first. Where are you? Detach. Separate. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Hi, I just want to say thank you. Your video helped me a lot. Nice. Which one? Always good to hear. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah. Nice. I didn't listen to myself and I started doing shit before I checked things. Oh, God damn it. That's okay. It's fine. Okay. So the reason that's a big issue is because there's a lot of missing geo here that I have to add now. And part of that, the issue is that this is no longer lined up here. So I need to fix that. Vertex. V to snap. V to snap. Okay. I know those aren't going to link across because those don't exist yet technically. Okay. just clean that up real quick. Excuse you. Okay. Same thing here. Just cut that. Cut that. That should match up just fine now. Yep, that's cool. All right. How do you recommend to keep topology sharp when complex shapes comes to form a mess? I struggle knowing how to multi-cut and bevel between two faces. So you just generally have to kind of play with it. That's at least how I do it. Because, like, for instance, the entire, like, first portion of the stream, I was just messing with this thing up here, which, like, you can see looks weird, but as far as the topology goes, this fully supports this thing. So it tends to just come down to, like, experimenting with, like, what the shape is and learning how some corners get supported, whereas other ones get, like, flared in and flared out. So, yeah, I don't have, like, a perfect recipe on how I do it, which I think is kind of difficult for some people, because it's just like there is no perfect way that I have so far to be like, yeah, this is what you should do. Generally, it's just making sure you're maintaining quads and just kind of working with it. I'll probably do another pass on this just to kind of further clean it up. But yeah, I just try to get whatever is going to get me closest to what I need, and then from there, if I have to make adjustments later on, I will. Let's see. Felix, is it better to use chamfer in the places of insert edge to add sharpness? It depends. I just generally do that because it's my old workflow and I just can't, like, break myself from it. What's up, Zach? How you doing? For stuff like this, yes. So, like, when you're going through here and, like, adding these, you're going to want to use, like, multi-cut. But if you're using, if you're doing, like, a detail like this, you can use your bevel and then just turn off the chamfer and call it good. Okay. That's looking great so far. Minus that weirdness. I think that's just because of that. No, it's actually not. It's because I'm not paying attention. Okay. So I need this guy. You got anything you're working on tonight, Zach? Okay, so that does need a little bit of extra support there. Beautiful. Okay, so kind of another good example here. So we'll take a look at this. This is kind of how I will handle these, like, sharper details. So, like, this needs to be, like, squared off and sharp. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of give myself a little bit of depth to work with. It doesn't have to be a whole lot, but I do want a little bit more than that. And I'll just do a little bit of tweaking here just to give myself, just to make it not look nasty. So for this, right, like, you have this point that needs to be a hardened edge. So what we'll do is we'll take the first kind of selection here. So we've got that selected. So I'll go through and bevel this, turn off my chamfer, and then kind of just get it to where I need it. Then this one is another one of those cases where I need to turn off mitering. So that gives me kind of that support. But the issue then becomes is I have to support both this interior angle and then this interior edge. So drag one kind of far out in the middle here, or, like, at least kind of far away from that edge. I don't know why that's popping. I just saved. Whoa. Yeah, so we'll do this. So this kind of gives you an idea on how I start these. And so right there, when I smooth that, you can see I'm still going to get this rounded corner. And that's what we're trying to avoid. So what you can do is you can grab these, turn on your transform to edge, and just pull them in. And so let's focus on that there. What I'll do is I'll pull these as close in as possible. Sometimes they freak out and don't want to work right. That transform constraint sometimes is a little wonky. But I try to get those as close as I can. Same thing there. And this kind of allows you to spread the geo out a little bit. But now, when I smooth that, you can see we get a much sharper edge there. That's how I generally handle that. And then just add a little bit of extra supporting geo. And then obviously check to make sure that that's not causing any weird bending. Of which it's not, so we're good to go. It kind of is right there. So that might be a slight issue to work on. In fact, what I can do is just grab that and slide it down a little bit. That should help that. Yeah, that's better. Cool, and that should fit perfectly with the other piece, and it does. So that's kind of how I do that. Oh, what's up, Sharky? How you doing, man? Sorry I didn't see you mixed in there. All right, so I just got home from all the things today. Retapo land for Shirka. Ew, that sucks. I hate Retapo. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, that's how I record my shorts. There you go. Behind the scenes for you all. Completely accidentally thing. Sorry, I skipped your answer. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, no problem. Sorry, I missed your message. It got like buried up there. I'm working on the bike, lots of pieces. Yeah, so with just topology, with stuff like that, like it kind of comes down to experimenting on what's going to best fit like whatever project and model you're working on, because like every single thing is going to be different. Just like, you know, something smooth like this isn't going to necessarily function the same way topology-wise as something that's a little bit more like my tank. So, sorry. It's kind of just about experimenting with it and looking at the edge flow and kind of figuring it out. You know, sometimes it's going to look goofy like this, but what you're going for is getting the sharpness going through this relatively organic shape. And that's what we kind of did here. How much time we got? We got like half an hour-ish. Let's see, working on a bike with lots of pieces. Nice. That sounds like a good project to do. Okay, so I gotta cut the tips off of this, and I'm realizing now that this wing might be a little bit too short. So it's time to stretch it a tad bit. Let's look at the side view here. Just a little bit, not a lot. Okay. That should be, oh, shit. Hold up. Can't do one way without doing the other way, I guess. Okay. How is your retopo going, Zach? Is that, is it entertaining at least? Okay, so for this one, this is one of those examples where I will just kind of deal with kind of a crappy setup. That's what I say. I haven't heard that one in a bit. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of shape this out. Just kind of flatten it. That gives me the shape that I'm looking for. I just need to make sure the wing is like in the right spot, because I don't want to cut this off and then have to like redo things. So let's make sure it's looking okay, and it kind of is. So let's see. Yeah, so that's looking pretty good. All right. May have made it slightly too long, so let's fix that. Okay, so that should be that. Select this whole chunk. We're gonna go edit mesh, detach, mesh, separate. Thankfully, this wing is actually pretty simple, which is kind of great because I'm a little tired of like the complexities of this thing. Okay, let's pull that in a little bit. Let's see. Wait a minute. Yeah, I remember it. Also, if you guys are interested, I will be joining the Chaotic Seekers, who's in my chat right now, on Thursday, because we're gonna play some Helldivers. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I won't be streaming it, but I'll be there. So if you're interested, fine and easy for me. That's good. I just hate it. I despise it. What about when you have 3 edge loops that are too close to each other? So the way I handle that, let me show you. I can give you a good example of that because I just did it. So let's look at this. Whoops. So Shift I. So if I unsmooth this, you can kind of see what I did here. So if I turn this on. So here to support this sharp kind of bend here, I had 3 edge loops running through the entire model. So what I did is one of these, because it's the term, I don't know what the term is, but because of the way it bends, because it's like an outward bend, like a 45 degree, or it's probably like a 35 degree, but because it bends up, you want to pull in. Otherwise, if you go out, you're going to get distortion. So you pull in and then reduce to 1. And on the bottom one, because it's kind of like an interior like flex, you go out. And so you can see kind of how that functions. It maintains the interior portion of this, which is the close 3 lines, but it allows the other ones to kind of split off and flow back into the body. And you can close this off a lot more than I did, but that's just how I like basically threw it together. Let's see. If I'm making stylized prop for gaming platform, what would you suggest for the for the color palette? Because I'm struggling to get the right texture color. Find things that inspire you on like ArtStation. So if there's like something from like League of Legends that you like, try to mimic that texture palette with what you're working on. So depending on like what it is, like if it's a gun or a hammer or something, find a texture palette you like or a color swatch grid that you like and work off of that. Those are kind of the best ways when you're trying to establish like what kind of texture you're building, because unless you have like a super defined concept that you're working off of, color is kind of whatever you make of it. So as long as you pick a palette that's going to work well, it's really just all about kind of doing what you want to do with that. And then making sure it fits the prop, right? Like you're not going to have a bright pink hammer unless you're making stuff for like Fortnite or something, I guess. Do you triangulate the middle areas to erase the rest of the loop? What do you mean by the middle areas? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can you help me with UV cutting? I have like 5 videos on my YouTube. Check them out. They will help you, I promise. I've actually done a lot of videos on YouTube on UV mapping. I have this habit of like moving the mic like really close to me. I don't know why I do that. Okay. All right, let's look at this guy. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that just looked weird. Okay. Okay. Same kind of thing here, right? Like, this is the prime example. So, this needs to be supported right here, but I don't need it through the rest of the model. So, I can just target weld these portions to it. And that should hold just fine. Yeah. And then just provide a little bit of extra support for it. Support your edges. Show isolate deselected. And we'll do the same exact thing up here, so. before I do that, though, gotta add my thickness. Get down with the thickness. I'm saying some stupid things tonight, and I apologize, but I also kind of don't. So here, so we're going to do the same kind of setup here, but this one is going to be the inverse of what we did down there. Because you can see, if I immediately go here, and I target weld like this, it's oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that one might work. Hold on. No, that one's actually okay. Never mind. Ignore me there. Sometimes that collapses for some reason. So it's dependent on like where your other edges are. But if it doesn't collapse, then you can just do that. But that's how I do that. Control delete. Okay, multi-cut. Okay, actually you can see that right there. Once I added that extra loop, it collapsed. So the way we're going to handle that is a little bit differently. So I'm going to go to here, to out here, and then to that, to just kind of terminate that. And you'll see that should work a lot better. Yeah. So you can see how that holds it a lot better than that, obviously. So that's how I would handle that. Sometimes you don't find it until you start supporting things and you're like, oh crap, it collapsed. You were saying stupid things I must have missed because I've been following just fine. Oh no, always saying stupid things. I said down with the thickness, and I don't think I've ever said that live on stream. So, I count that as stupid. Okay, cool. And you know, like, yeah, I could technically, like, really freak out about these tries, but honestly, I could just go in here and just do that if I really wanted to. I don't know if I necessarily care. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it. But, you know, it looks fine regardless, so. As long as things are still working and connecting properly, it doesn't really matter. It used to matter a lot more. And there's a slight dent there. I'm not sure why, but I'll fix that later. So let's do... Nope, that's the glass. There we go. Cool. Alright, so yeah, there's a wing. Got a couple of little issues to correct here and there, but otherwise not bad. One of which is this. Thanks, you're so useful for advice. It's always amazing to get tips from you. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad that I'm helpful. It's always good to hear. So what does that make for me, not even second guessing what you were saying? It means that you trust me, and I guess that's a good thing. Could be a bad thing, I don't know. Okay, so let's see how that looks. So we're gonna do this. Clear, clear, clear. No. Control D. Beep. One. Wrong way. One. Alright. Beautiful. Hell yeah, that's looking much nicer. Okay. I dig that. There's a detail I'm seeing underneath one of the wings, though, that I haven't done yet, so that sucks. Okay, I see what happened. So that actually has like a sub detail on the bottom. Okay. I'm gonna have to cut that out next, I guess. It's fine. Not finished on the wing yet anyway, so not a big deal. Okay. Well, I'd say that I'm going to move on to the next wing, but I think I'm going to be done for tonight because I'm a little tired. Let's see. Let me just kind of look at this thing. Feeling pretty good about it so far. There's a lot of details that have to happen in here too, which is going to be kind of interesting. The engines are going to be kind of a fun focus because there's a lot of mechanical components that are going to go into that, which is going to be neat. But let's see. Yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. These little nose cones are going to be a pain, but fun details to add. These holes may not be large enough though, so that might be a problem, but I'll figure it out. But alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end stream for the night because I'm a little tired and I would like to go sit on my couch and rot. But let's go ahead and do this. Boom, boom, boom. File. Save the scene. Have a good one. Love you. We'll talk to you later, Sarah. Have a good night. Alright, so Instagram, thank you guys so much for hanging out. As always, I appreciate it. I'm going to say good night to you. Whoa, my God. Don't do that yet. I will see you guys all on Friday-ish. I should stream this Friday, so yeah, I'll be live. But I will see you guys then. Have a good night. And then YouTube, same for you guys. We're going to go ahead and end stream here. I was live on YouTube, right? Please tell me I was. Oh, yeah, I was. Okay, good. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. And then Twitch, we'll raid out. So give me a second here.